What's up guys, Robert Octobodies. Now here's 3 reasons why your diet is failing you. And I want to give 3 solutions. Nice, simple, obvious stuff, but I see it happening every day. So number 1 is your diet is too restrictive. And what I mean by that is all I ever see is this fast, rapid fat loss results guaranteed. Whether it's this Juice Plus, Huel, supplement, skinny jab, whatever it may be, eat 800 calories and then starve yourself, whatever it may be. It's too restrictive. Okay, yeah, dripping with rain. You might lose weight in the long run, but what is that weight? Muscle, bone, organ, skin, hair, nails. Okay, the scale might see you saying you're losing weight, but we want to lose fat. So a lot of times when you see a lot of these people on this skinny jab crap, they look a bit gaunt and emaciated and like they just waste away quickly. It's like, oh, I've lost 3 stone in a week. That is not body fat. And the problem is your muscle sets your metabolic rate, so it's like more logs on the fire burning, so that you can eat a lot of food and burn a lot of calories. If you're losing muscle, you're not going to be on this crap restrictive skinny jab diet for life. I hope not. As soon as you start eating normal again, boom, you'll be heavier than you started. So yeah, number 1, too restrictive. If it sounds too good to be true, it definitely is. Number 2 is you're having too many carbs and fat together. So the macronutrients, protein, carbs, fat. Protein is all your building blocks for your muscles and your bone and your organs, skeleton, skin, hair, nails, whatever. So then you see fat and carbs as your energy sources. Both diets can work. There's pros and cons of both. We won't go into that. But usually when you have a mixture of carbs and fat, it's very hedonic, pleasure-seeking, dopamine response in the brain. So if you think of like a donut, carbs and fats together, crisps, potato fried in sunflower oil, carbs and fat together, okay? It sets off this unnatural dopamine response in your brain and it causes us to overeat. So yeah, so if you're having if your diet consists of carbs and fats together, it might just be forcing you. It's not your fault, but physiologically, it drives that overeating rather than if you had low fat, high carb, or high fat, low carb. Okay? So think about that. So as I said, the solution for that one is focus on a high fat diet, but make sure the carbs are low, or if you want to have a high carb diet, you better make sure the fats are low. Okay? So if you think about it in nature, not many things come packaged as fats and carbs together. It's usually one or the other. And a good example of what actually occurs in nature is mammalian milk. So like breast milk or any other mammal's milk, you've got the lactose and the fat together, and it's there for a reason, to drive addictive, carry on overeating to get a small mammal as big as possible, because unfortunately little babies can't survive on their own, and especially baby mammals, very open to predators and stuff, so they want to get big as quick as possible. So if we start bringing that into adulthood, what do you think is going to happen? It's going to be hard to diet off that. You're probably going to gain weight. So the only 2 things that really exist in nature that are carbs and fats together are mammalian milk and like nuts, high carb fat together. So yeah, if they're on your diet, if they're both on your diet, if you're eating clean, but most things, all this hyper palatable ultra processed food are a mixture of carbs and fats together on purpose so you overeat it, you spend more, and there's money in the manufacturer's pocket. So yeah, eat single ingredient foods, so just a potato is just carbs, okay, and you'll do well. And the 3rd reason your diet is failing you may be that you're counting calories but not counting quality of foods. So what I mean by that is you might have a coach and they say, yeah, you're allowed whatever, you're having 2,000 calories today if it fits your macros type of diet. But what is that? You could eat 2,000 calories of pizza. Yeah, you might lose weight, but what you're going to do that for the rest of your life, and how hungry are you going to be? So think about like, say like a donut, tiny amount, little thing, like hundreds and hundreds of calories in a small amount. Yeah, you've had your calories, but you're going to be starving downstream, and you're never going to stick to that. You're always going to fail. So if you're just going off calories, you're not going to be satiated. You're going to be hungry downstream. But if you ate 2,000 calories of chicken breast or eggs or like protein and fat together, you're going to be so satiated you won't want to look at food again. Okay, so you need to look at it like that. So if you, the big one for number 3 is, if you're counting calories, get out of that, go for more quality. So the body is designed to eat, it'll keep eating until it gets enough protein and fat, because every cell in your body is made of protein and fat. So if you eat 2,000 calories of crisps or some chips, crap, donut, whatever, pizza, that's why you'll be hungry downstream. You haven't hit your protein and fat amounts, but you have give it loads of empty calories that it'll just happily store as fat. You're like, yep, we'll take it in, but you better keep eating some, because we can't rebuild all this skin, hair, nails, bone, organs. You see where I'm going with this, okay? So I hope that helps. I'll just simplify it. So number 1, you're too restrictive. Number 2, you're mixing carbs and fat together. And number 3, you're going off counting calories rather than quality. Those are 3 big rocks in the jar. Go back and watch the reasons and the intricate explanations if you need. But yeah, that is the big 3 rocks in the jar for why your diet may be failing you. They can be quite obvious, but can be overlooked because we've bombarded with Instagram and social media and this rapid fat loss. If it's too good to be true, it definitely is. Rob Ultra Bodies signing out. Cheers, guys. Oosh.